So is that the only thing that you got going on? Just real estate, or, you know what I'm saying?
So I teach. So I teach. So I teach real estate investing, and that's another, a way of bringing in income because I charge for my services. I give people the game, but I also travel. I speak. And but the biggest key to me, man, is teaching and mentoring and giving people them strategies. But yeah, that's what I got going on. Is just really building houses and teaching real estate
How long does
investing.
it take to complete a project on average?
On a new build, I mean every project different, but on a new build, the city they give you 6 months to build a
6
house.
months?
Yeah,
You got
so
like a time limit?
What? It's a time limit.
yeah, they got a permit. So you got a permit. You got to go down there get a permit, and I mean it expire. It expires. You can renew it, but I mean the average time to build a house is 6 months.
Damn, I ain't gonna lie, your houses be getting slapped up nowadays.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. It'd be
Them
like, man,
motherfuckers.
6 months, it'd be like 2-3 months, it seems like.
So what you bring like your own crew in, or like
Yeah,
what's the process of putting the house up?
So, the first thing you got to plan it out. So you need to make sure you have an architect or a designer. But it starts really at the city building. Right, you take your paperwork in there. You pay your permit fees. They do a plan check, make sure everything is up to code, up to the building code. Then from there, after you get everything approved by your county or your city, your local building officials, then you can go and start kind of putting your team together. Like I'm an owner builder, so I own every project that I build. It's another way you can do it. You can use contractors, right? Licensed contractors. They call them GCs, a general contractor to go out and build for you. But I'm a developer, so what I do is I'm an investor and I'm a developer. Developer. I go out there. I look for lots in certain pockets in certain communities.
Hands on.
Hands on. So I tell people this, like, it's so much to real estate, but you got to really know your local market. Like people be like, man, I'm gonna go out to Cleveland, to Houston, to Texas, but like I tell people to start in your local market because you know that neighborhood, you know where schools are, you know where the highways are, you know where supermarkets, and that plays a lot until the price of what a home is going to kind of come in or appraise at the value is going to come in. So like saying Stockton, people like, man, the north side of Stockton got all the money is rich, but the south side has a lot of pockets, a lot of land out there where you can add value to it. A lot of people miss out on, investing back in their communities because they don't even understand like what's really going on, like what's going on in the real estate market. And so that's where I make my money. All my bills is on the east side of Stockton, the south side of Stockton, Moorfield, right? And it's gems, it's hidden gems out there. And like, go ahead.
No, I just said it's open field.
Yeah, so it's a lot of lots, it's a lot of pockets out there, a lot of value in the hood.
I'm thinking, I ain't gonna lie, I'm thinking about getting me a house in the next year. So, but I don't know if I should get it like on some, get my house to invest it, or get it to move my family in, and we like it's different. Like, was your first house something that you bought and you moved your family into, or you said that your grandma gave it to you, but have you bought a house yourself, or every house you buy is an investment?
Like bought it and lived in it and then
Right. You
moved
just
out.
said
Yeah,
you just
so I tell people this. It really does. When it comes to real estate investing, when you first like everything is in perspective, right? Like when when somebody says I'm going to go buy a house or I just bought a house and I'm just cool because it's like when you trying to rent from somebody, paying
right.
somebody else's rent, right? But like you are a real estate investor, you don't even understand what you just did because everything is in perspective. When you buy your first house, you're in it, but you're building equity, right? So, and equity is the difference between the cost of the house and the mortgage payment, right? So, I tell people all the time is like when you buy a house, you're an investor. So it doesn't really. You may not see yourself as that, but that's what you just did. You just went in, um, kind of organize a deal with a lender. They gave you some money to go purchase this house. Now you're an investor. You're an owner. So when you're an owner of this of these of that property, then you become that investor, that real estate investor. Now you could do it for your family purposes or whatever purposes, but you still just invested into real estate. So, like my first thing is this: like now I look at it in a kind of an indirect way. Like I go and I intentionally, some people do it on accident. Like I'm just buying a house, and what you and you don't even know what you're doing, or you don't
Right.
even know what you're in possession of.
Right. That's
Right.
what I'm basically saying. Like, should I go into buying a house with the mindset of one day I'm gonna sell this? You feel me? One day I'm gonna sell this and I gotta make money off this, or should I be happy? Because some people go into houses and get whooped on deals. You feel me? Or should they really be searching and really be on the market and knowing one day I'm gonna sell this and make money to move on to something better?
It depends on you, like what you want.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about for me. Like if I'm going
So,
into
so what I tell people is this: I say, you want to create a scenario to where somebody paying your mortgage and you not paying your mortgage, right? So, invest into a duplex. Like a lot of people should be a multifamily investment. Your first house should be a duplex where it's two properties and it's one mortgage, right? Somebody paying for one spot and it's paying for the whole mortgage, and you got some money coming in, the difference, whatever it is, to take care of the overcost. So say your mortgage is 1250. You know what I mean? If you do the math, if say a duplex costs 600,000, you get a 30-year term. You break that down with insurance, and your mortgage payment is 1,200. Well, now you got two, right? At for $1,200, the rent right now is 2,000, and they both three twos or four twos, and it's 2,000. So that 2,000 is covering your mortgage. You living for free, and you got $800 that's coming in your pocket. So that's how people should be kind of thinking. It's like how, because it's levels to it, right? It's people that's gonna rent for the rest of their life. Some people want to own something. You know what I mean? And that's just the way people don't want those responsibilities. But for me, it's the same. Like you gonna go and you gonna approach it and you gonna rent. And I tell people this: like, what's the difference between a rental application and a mortgage application? You got to put your social. You got to put your income. They got to run your credit. You know what I mean? So it's the same. It's the same process, but you going to go fill out a rental instead of going
to go
and
pay
send
for
that.
somebody else shit.
So I mean, and it's a lot to how people think the
It's a
psychology of our
responsibility.
people. But renting is a responsibility. You responsible for somebody else's stuff instead
true.
of your own stuff.
That's
You know what I
true.
mean? So it's just all perspective. That's why I try to get people to kind of get out of that mindset. Like, look what you doing. If you really look at an application, it's the same. They're gonna ask you how long you been on your job. What's your credit? How much? I mean, if you just, it's the same. It's the same paperwork.
That's the realest shit ever, though. I ain't gonna lie, cause
It's
I
the
never,
same.
I never
It's
even
the
thought
same
about that shit
paperwork.
myself.
You gotta really sit down and think about this.
That's
It's
crazy.
the same paperwork. They're gonna ask you the same questions. Now it's another process where they're gonna look at your bank statements, see what you buy in, see what your debt to income ratio is, but it's the same process. You know what I mean? The same rental process is the same as going out there buying a house. You just going out and you gonna shop for a rental property.
Because nowadays you gotta have credit just to even rent some shit. So it ain't even like you can just have money and go rent a spot. You gotta have credit to rent a spot.
And then you gotta pay first month's, last month's rent, but that's what, eight. You might have to come out your pocket 8,000, right? So now, what's the down payment on the house if you get a FHA loan and it's 8,000? So you putting 8,000 for a rental property, or you could put 8,000 down on your own house. You know what I mean?
Stupid.
That was perfect.
Hey, that nigga, man, he giving up game to the people, but I'm sitting here like, hold on, man.
I'm listening.
I'm feeling some type of way about
Mental
myself
note.
not knowing this shit though. Like that's crazy, but that's financial literacy, bro. A lot of people don't. A lot of people just don't even know this shit. It's like it ain't like motherfuckers just knowing
Wasn't
this
taught
shit.
that shit. You know
Exactly.
what I'm saying?
It ain't like people know this shit and just whatever. People don't even know this
They
shit.
changing it now though. Trying to.
That's crazy because nowadays credit is starting to be like a popular thing for people. To do,
Yeah,
but
I think it's more of an unknown, right? It's like buying a house is an American dream. It's a prestigious thing to do. So like, when you don't know, you pay for what you don't know, right? When you just you don't you got it's a fear factor to where you like, man, you ain't even went and asked what's the process, and that's what I tell people. Like, I'm the one that was curious. Like, what's the process of buying a house? Okay, what's the process of renting an apartment? Okay, fill out this application, see if you pre-qualify. Okay, yes or no, I pre-qualify. Okay, how much can I go and buy a house for? Well, you pre-qualify for 500,000. So now you can go shopping for a house 500,000 and below. It's just simple. It's just you filling out an application. I think people just get so caught up in complicating the process, and it's really not that
That
crazy.
was real simple right there.
The way he made it
You
seem.
just gotta get up and do it.
Hey, you think it's harder to make money or keep money?
I think the hardest thing is to keep money. Yeah, I mean, everybody gonna make money. You can make money selling lemonade. You know what I mean? But learning how to keep it, learning how to reinvest it, and keep growing money. You know what I mean? How do you keep your money growing? What is the vehicles that you're using? Like, are you going to get another house? You know, are you going to get a truck or something? You know what I mean? Something that's gonna create this passive income for you.
Right.
So definitely think that it's harder to keep money than make money.
Okay. See, Mac, I ain't gonna lie, man. You came in here and dropped a lot of game for the
Super
public.
game.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't give y'all the inside name. I ain't gonna lie, man. I didn't gave some inside game. Gave my nigga name C Mac, man. Look, C Jack Properties. I thought that was a Nike shirt. What's that?
Nah, that's my logo. That's my
I've
shirt.
seen
You
that.
know what I mean? C Jack, Clarence Jackson, all Grove
Okay.
Properties.
Alright, with the little house
Okay,
on it.
put
Yeah,
that. You know what I'm saying?
and that's me giving out the game, man, passing out that information.
That's hard.
I came up with the logo just because, I'm just giving the game of real estate away to my people, man, as much as I can. Especially, for like my son. I got a son coming up, so I want to make sure he don't make the same mistakes I made. Or, that information, just like, son, look at this process, right? You're going to go rent something, you can buy
It's
it.
gonna be sad having a dad like you for sure.
I ain't gonna lie, you for sure came and gave some game away, but I don't give a fuck. You can't avoid this box.
At all.
Yaka.
Yeah, shirt skate.
You know what I'm saying? Oh shit.
Ooh, fumbling.
Don't worry about it. Hey, look. Hey,
How many you gonna give me?
how many you gonna give him? We gonna give him. How much time we got left? We gonna give this boy about 7 questions. We got time for 7 questions on here.
Hold on, before you answer any question, I want to know. You said the shirt represent you giving out the game. At what point in time did you feel like you was really at that level to where you had the game to give out? Because I mean, obviously you was learning stuff earlier, so were you keeping it to yourself, maintaining your hustle, your drive, your motivation, to where now you feel like, okay, I've reached it. Like, were you hiding it, or you just kind of, you know what I mean? It gets to a point.
Nah,
where
I never been.
confidence is there.
And to be sold, not told. Go ahead.
Yeah, I never been that type of person. Like, as I learn stuff as I go, I try to get the game out. When it came to a point where like I knew enough to really be able to to teach it, was when I got through my first couple projects, and then I'm like, okay, and somebody told me they asked me how'd you get through this project, and I was able to break it down and walk them through that process. It was like, man, you need to be teaching people. Then that's kind of when I light bulb went off. Like, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give them the game. And if you kind of research or go through my program, you'll learn. I teach it in a progressive way, right? I teach it like wholesaling. That's like the bottom of the totem pole, right? But it's a fundamental factor you need to know in real estate investing. Then I teach you how to fix and flip. Then I come back and teach you how to structure rental properties, and then I give you another jewel in new builds. And people be like, okay, what you talking about? See, wholesaling, right? It teaches you how to negotiate in real estate. So it teaches you how to go out there and interact with owners. It goes out there to teaches you how to interact with other real estate investors. And then from there, right, you start getting into the other part of it, which is rehabbing, fixing and flipping. So it teaches you what's the different pieces, what's the building materials, what's the processes of building relationships with different contractors to come and, do these repairs and subcontractors. And then rental properties, it gives you another end because you make money off of flips. And then rental properties give you that passive, how to buy and hold, how to start making money while you sleep. So, it's just, and I tell people that's just how I learn, you know what I mean? So my process is just kind of an open book.
Okay.
Box time.
Box
Ain't
time.
getting away.
Yeah, man, I'll keep going, man.
How
It's
many you
like-
gonna get?
Probably got time for 3 questions, 4 questions,
4?
3.
What type of questions is these?
They random. And we write them. Other people who come in write them. They like
Cash or no limit? I mean, cash money or no limit?
Cash money, no limit.
I'm a no limit fan,
No
man.
limit?
I'm a no limit, man. I respect
No
my guy,
limit,
Master
baby.
P, man.
He a genius. Shout out Master P.
Okay. Okay.
A couple more.
Got 3 more. 2 more in.
I thought we was talking about financial literacy. I said cash, no limit credit card. And that,
He's ready to answer that.
That's a coincidence though, cause I'm sitting there, I'm thinking the same thing. I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, what the fuck?
name someone you had a crush on growing up. Beyonce.
Beyonce?
Yeah.
Beyonce?
Yeah. See, I thought I was gonna say somebody local.
You better not have said somebody. Everybody in the world?
Got time for 1 more after this one.
Big one.
Favorite artist to listen to. I'm a neo soul type of person. You know what I mean. So my artist is Anthony Hamilton. That's who
That's a
I
good
listen
one.
to.
Every
That's
time
my
I
guy.
see you playing Mozzie,
Nah, I don't play my. I'm a slow jammer. They be like, man, he in there mean mugging, listen to Anthony Hamilton.
I fucks with Anthony Hamilton.
You know, that's my dude.
it's the last word.
All right.
You know my good one. Watch. Throw him off.
Do you think I'm cute?
What? That's really what it
How
said?
the fuck they keep standing there, bro? This motherfucker.
Let me just pick
Come on,
one
man.
more.
Whoever wrote that, bro, come on,
Let me
man.
see,
Boy, I
man.
think we got that over there. What the fuck?
Let me see,
That's
man.
stupid, bruh. Whoever did that shit crazy.
They
Biggest
probably watch every episode and be rolling.
biggest lesson you learned in life. Yeah, we can end with that. One of the biggest lessons I learned in life is, stay good, stay positive, and make sure you always keep going and keep growing, and give back when you got the opportunity. I think that's one of the biggest lessons I learned is always be open to giving back, and just making sure you staying positive.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie, man. It's probably gonna be one of the top episodes, man. You came on here and gave a lot of game today, bro. I really appreciate you coming on here too, though, bro.
Good.
You know
It's
what I'm
love.
saying?
It's love.
I ain't gonna lie, we made a lot of adjustments, man, because a lot of viewers know us for us to be blowing that dope on here. We usually be on here smoking big bottles, but you know what I'm saying? We respect what you got going on, because I ain't gonna lie, you real professional with what you got on, man. What you got going on, Cuddy. For real, bro. And I respect you and what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? You inspire me. You know what I'm saying? I hope you to continue to keep inspiring people, bro, with what you doing, bro. Cause a lot of, you know what I'm saying, you made a big transition with your life, bro. We didn't get to talk about everything on the episode. You know what I'm saying? This ain't gonna be the first and the last. Hopefully, you feel me? You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Hopefully, you keep teaching your mentorships. You know what I'm saying? Giving out game. I ain't been to one, but I need to get to one. Cause what you just did in this 40 minutes was amazing. You know what I'm saying? But you got any shout outs? Anybody you want to shout out? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
To ICING on the Cake, man, I appreciate you guys allowing me on this platform and just to give out the information that I got. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. We all got to be able to help build bridges, man. And, I'm big on kind of shortening that wealth gap with my people. So just, this is an opportunity to, get this information out to other ears. You know what I mean? Just people on your platform, people that I can't reach. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you guys, man.
Appreciate
Salute.
you too, brother.
100.
Stupid. I show the cake. Super scoop, man. Over and out.
Sersky.